Ladies and gentlemen, Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions welcomes you to yet another season of India Insight. Envisioned by Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, the founder of this institution, way back in 2004, the objective ever since has been to enhance the knowledge of India and appreciate the diverse culture of this nation. As our young children take part from various corners of the world, over the last couple of years in the digital avatar, this contest has reached over 20,000 students across 10 countries. We at the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions truly appreciate and acknowledge the support and patronage given to us by all the participating schools, their teachers and managements. Before we begin, it is our pleasure and privilege to invite a well-known educator and a passionate teacher from the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions, a teacher who has grown to become the principal of this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Vasuma Achar.
Greeting to all my wonderful students and parents. India is a rich mine of culture that has evolved through thousands of years and is manifested in the form of arts, literature, traditions, linguistic expressions, artifacts, heritage sites and much more. Millions of people from all over the world participate in, enjoy and benefit from this cultural wealth by visiting India for tourism, purchasing Indian handicrafts, appreciating Indian classical literature, practicing yoga and meditation, being inspired by Indian philosophy and enjoying India's diverse music and art. It is this culture and natural wealth that truly make India incredible India. This is the India that the founder principal of Vidyaniketan Public School, Srimati Prema Rajagopal, always wanted the children to grow up in. With a certain belief, she conceptualized the initiative India Insight. Her thought into this project was straightforward. Her passion and enthusiasm were to instill the spirit of India in children by creating awareness of our beautiful country's history, tradition and ethos. The preservation and promotion of India's cultural wealth must be given high priority. Cultural awareness is one of the major components in the development of children because it is only through the development of strong sense and knowledge of their own cultural history, arts, languages and traditions that children can build a positive cultural identity, self-esteem and appreciate other cultures and identities. It is heartening to witness the number of initiatives by the Government of India like Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to celebrate 75 years of progressive India and its glorious history, people, culture and achievements. This Mahotsav is dedicated to the people of India to materialize the Prime Minister's vision of igniting India 2.0 fueled by the spirit of Atmanirbhar Bharat. It is also encouraging to see initiatives like this being strongly promoted in the new education policy with a number of other programs to foster languages, art and culture in schools. Ek Bharat Shreshth Bharat being one of them. More than 100 destinations have been identified as a part of this project where educational institutions may send their students to study their social, political and cultural history and also their contributions to modern science. India Insight, an amazing rendezvous which started in 2004, is diversifying this year by providing various platforms for debating and painting. It goes without saying that these events will take you closer to the heart and soul of our country. The reason why children should participate in India Inside is loud and clear. But don't forget, what is equally important is how you contribute continually, consciously and work towards making a Shrestha Bharat a reality. So I hope all of you will participate in the events with enthusiasm and feel and understand the cultural heritage of our country. Thank you.
Friends, put your hands together to welcome on stage Quizmaster Big Brain.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this world watching India Insight, brought to you by the Vidyaniketan group of institutions. Well, I said good morning, good afternoon, and good evening because we've got 6 or 7 countries that have taken part in this quiz. I think 7 countries that have taken part, from Japan to the Middle East to India. Everyone's been part of India Insight this year. It's truly wonderful, truly humbling to see children from across the world coming together to celebrate India. As India celebrates 75 years of its independence, and the Vidyaniketan group of institutions expands its India Insight program from just a quiz for all these years from 2004 to a debate and a drawing competition as well this year. But for the moment, you are witnessing the junior quarterfinal series of this quiz. With me here today are youngsters from across the length and breadth of this country, from whom 4 will make it to the semi-final. India Insight is a vision of a great academic, a great leader, a great educator, and a passionate teacher, Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, the founder of the Vidyaniketan Public School. It is her vision that gave rise to this quiz way back in 2004. It has been my pleasure and honor to have been the quiz master for this ever since 2004. Truly delighted to be here in this quarterfinal to identify our semi-finalists. Quick word on the rules before we tell you who our contestants are. 10 questions is what I have for them, plus 10 if they get it right, minus 10 if they get it wrong. It's all on the buzzer. 5 seconds is all they get to answer a question, and if they press the buzzer while I am reading a question, they are indicating that they know the answer. So I'll stop reading the question the moment the buzzer is pressed. On that note, let's meet our contestants and see who are going to go through into the semi-final of India Insight. What is special here is it's an all-girl quarterfinal. That is wonderful. So let's take a look at who they are. Qualifying into this quarterfinal after the grueling rounds that they went through in the junior category as our first contestant from the national capital, representing St. Thomas School, Rosaline Kaur. Welcome to you. Neighboring Rosaline as our second contender here today from the lovely historic state of Odisha, representing St. Joseph's Convent School, Shubhashri Pradhan. Neighboring her as our third contender here today from Kolkata, from Aditya Academy, is Saroja Maitra. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Saroja was not able to join because she had a technical issue and she's chosen to opt out. So we will miss her in the quarterfinal, but congratulations to Saroja for reaching the quarterfinals. We acknowledge her achievement of reaching the top 32. Moving on to our next contender here today from the city of Bengaluru, representing Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir, is Jivika. Welcome to you. Moving on from Jivika to our next contender from the Center Point School, from the center of India, Nagpur, is Yukta. Neighboring Yukta from the great expansive city of Mumbai, representing Children's Academy, is Shivani Shastri. As we move on to our final two contenders from the city of Bengaluru, representing the National Hillview Public School, we have with us Avantika. Welcome to you. And finally, completing our lineup here today from the beautiful city of Salem, from Tamil Nadu, representing them here today from the Vidyapeetham School, is Sudarshna. Welcome to you. Those, ladies and gentlemen, the 8 lovely girls in this quarterfinal that we're going to play at India Insight. Time for us, ladies and gentlemen, to get started with the quarterfinal. 10 questions, 4 of them will qualify into the semi-final. At every stage, the contest gets more difficult. So for now, at the quarterfinal, it's about speed and it's about knowing the answers. As we begin with question number 1, all of you, hands on the buzzer. Question number 1. IRCTC is a portal owned by Indian Railways or Air India? Sudarshna has gone for it. Yes, Sudarshna?
Indian Railways.
Is correct. +1 to the young girl from Salem. Question number 2. Which famous company in India is headed by a great lady named Kiran Mazumdar Shah? Avantika.
Biocon Foundation.
Absolutely superb answer. Confident she'll get a +10 on that. Absolutely well answered. The Bengaluru girl gets a 10. The Salem girl is on 10. Question number 3. In which city of India will you find the Chepauk Stadium? Sudarshna has gone for it. Yes, Sudarshna?
Chennai.
Is correct. Oh, she's got that right. She's gone to 20. She's playing the game well. As we go to question number 4. Sultan Ahmad Shah in the 15th century was responsible for the founding of which of these Indian cities? Allahabad, Hyderabad, or Ahmedabad? Subhashri has gone for it.
Ahmedabad.
Sorry?
Ahmedabad.
Is correct. Absolutely well answered on Ahmedabad. I was just waiting to hear that correctly, whether it's Allahabad or Ahmedabad. She gets a +10. She's on the scorecard as well. As we go to question number 5. Between the PAN card, the passport, and the Aadhaar card, which one of these was a project headed by Nandan Nilekani? Sudarshna again.
Aadhaar card.
+10. Sudarshna's really playing strong. She's gone to 30 and she's very fast when she hits the buzzer. So, ladies and gentlemen, halfway through our quarterfinal here, we've got Sudarshna on 30. We've got Avantika on 10. Shubhashri on 10. 5 questions still to go, so everybody has a fair chance to qualify. But for the moment, Sudarshna seems to be looking good. She'll take a look at the scores maybe 2 questions from now and then decide saying, okay, I can't finish 5th from here, so I'm good to go through to the semis. She's in a superb position with 30 and 5 questions still to go. As we move on to question number 6, hands on the buzzer. The 29th of August every year is observed in India as what day? Yukta.
A national sports day is the birthday of Major Dhyan Chand.
Absolutely perfect. She knew everything and she gets a +10. On that one is young Yukta from Nagpur as she gets into the top 4 as well. Now the pressure is going to build up on the others because 4 of them are with positive scores. As we go to question number 7. Tricky one. Listen to me carefully before you answer the question. Which former Prime Minister's birthday is observed in India on the 2nd of October? A very famous Shivani.
Sir, Mahatma Gandhi.
-10 to you on Mahatma Gandhi. I told you all be careful. I said which former Prime Minister. Lal Bahadur Shastri is the answer that I was looking for. She'll take a -10 on that. As we go to the next question. 3 questions remaining here in this battle. It can be a tight one as we go to question number 8. Bharata Kokila was the name given or title given to an Indian poet. M. Shivani.
Sir, Lata Mangeshkar.
-10 to you again. Not waiting for the options. My options were M.S. Subbalakshmi and Sarojini Naidu. The answer is Sarojini Naidu. In a hurry is the young girl Shivani. And she is from Mumbai and trying to score quickly. She's actually losing out. As we go to the next question, 2 more remaining. 4 of them are on the positive, so they're going to be careful. Sudarshana for sure is going to be in the semi-final because she can't finish 5th. If between Yukta, Avantika and Shubhashri someone gets a 10, they'll go through as well. But even on 10, if no one else answers, they're going to go through. As we go to question number 9, hands on the buzzer. Who among the following was Pandit Nehru's father? Your options are, Jivika going without the options. Yes, Jivika.
Motilal Nehru.
Not requiring the option, she gets a +10. Well played. Clever, smart decision by Jivika. She did not even wait for the options to be given. She went for it and she got it right. Superb. As we go to the final question, let's see who's going to go for this one. Here we go. This gentleman is a great civil engineer, but he also gave India a great bank, the State Bank of Mysore. Which Bharat Ratna? Sudarshana has gone for it. Sudarshana.
Vishveshvaraya.
Sudarshana on 30 does not want to stop answering. Absolutely right. She moves to 40. This young girl is really good and really solid. She's the only one who'll qualify because we've got a tiebreaker between 4 people, out of whom 1 will have to drop out, whoever loses out. We're moving into a tiebreaker situation where 4 of you are on the tiebreaker. Jivika, Yukta, Shubhashri, and Avantika. Sudarshana has qualified, so she need not press the buzzer at all moving forward. So would the other 3 who've lost out here today. Hard luck to Shivani, hard luck to Rosaline. They've missed out here today. So we've got 4 of you on a tiebreaker and 1 of you will lose out. So 3 of you will qualify. So the game is going to be as follows. If you get it right, you've qualified. If you get it wrong, the other 3 automatically qualify. All right? So play it carefully. 1 question at a time, starting with the first one. Who is the only Indian Prime Minister whose signature you can find on Indian currency notes? Who is the only Indian Prime Minister whose signature you will find on, older Indian currency notes for a very different reason? Not because he was Prime Minister, but it's the only Prime Minister's signature you will find on an Indian currency note because of a position he had held before being a Prime Minister. All right. Nobody. Subhashri has gone for it. Yes, Subhashri.
Is it Manmohan Singh? Dr. Manmohan Singh?
Absolutely correct. Do you know why?
Because he's the finance minister. He was the finance minister.
Well, it's not because he was finance minister, but because he was governor of the Reserve Bank of India. Only the governors of RBI are allowed to sign on our currency notes. So that's an interesting question, but that takes Subhashri into the semi-final. So we are now left with 3 of them. Let's see what happens. Question number 2 to the 3 of you now. Remember, if one of you get it wrong, the other 2 will qualify. Question number 2 in the tiebreaker. Which famous Indian among the following names edited a paper called Indian Opinion? Your options are Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, or Mahatma Gandhi? Jivika has gone for it. Yes, Jivika.
Mahatma Gandhi.
We'll take you into the semi-final. Jivika from Sri Sri Ravi Shankar's institute or school will go into the semi-final. So we've identified 3 semi-finalists. Now we've got a head-on-head battle between Yukta and Avantika. All right, let's see what's going to happen on this one. Question to both of you. Hands on the buzzer. In which Indian city will you find the Hava Mahal? Someone's gone for it. Yukta is on the buzzer. Yes, Yukta.
Jaipur.
We'll take her into the semi-final. I think Avantika was saying, oh God, because I think she knew the answer, but she was slow on the buzzer. But that's life, ladies and gentlemen. Chirpy young girls battling in this quarterfinal. 4 of them qualifying into the semi-final in a superb battle. Going down the wire, quarterfinal number 2. Really remarkable, with so many tiebreakers required to identify our semi-finalists. But going through here today is Subhashri from Delhi, Jivika from Bangalore, Yukta from Nagpur, and Sudarshna blazing her way into the semi-final from Salem in Tamil Nadu. We'll see you in the next quarterfinal. For now, of course, congratulations to these 4 for qualifying into the semi-final of India Insight. Congratulations to the rest for making it to the top 32 from across the world. Thousands have taken part. It's a huge achievement to just be in the top 32. On the other side, we'll be back with the 3rd quarterfinal. Do stay with us. Take care. From me, Pig Brain. Till then, goodbye.